So last time we saw about row transformation and column transformation. We also did an example on how to convert a 2 by 2 matrix into an identity matrix by suitable row transformation. Okay, so today's class we will see how to find inverse of a matrix. Okay, so inverse of a matrix basically is nothing but let's do it for numbers first. For example, if we have a number 2, say 2, okay, 2 के साथ what number should I multiply so that I get 1? I'm specifically saying 1 because 1 is nothing but identity. Okay, identity matlab any number you multiply it with 1 and you will get the same number. 10,000 you multiply with 1, you're again going to get the answer as 10,000. 500 you multiply with 1, you're going to get answer as 500 only. So this 1 is nothing but called as identity. Okay, so 2 ke saath what number should I multiply so that I get identity? The only possible way is only when I multiply it by half, right? Only then 2 gets cancelled and then 1 remains. Likewise, in case of matrices, okay, inverse in case of matrices, इस case में we can call half as the inverse of 2. Okay, we're multiplying that number to some number so that हमको identity मिलता है. So this number is nothing but called as inverse of the number. So likewise, we're going to do it the same thing for matrices. Suppose I have a matrix A, okay, and I don't know what is its inverse. What do I want? When I multiply the original matrix with its inverse, I should get the answer as identity, right? It is say 1 was the identity in terms of numbers, and we know that identity in terms of matrix is I. I is usually written as something like this 0, 1, 0, 0, 1 in case of 2 cross 2. Yeah, agar 3 cross 3 hai, so it's written as 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Yes. So likewise, what should be the inverse? So inverse can be anything, right? So in general, we can denote it using A inverse. So A inverse is denoted like this, A raised to minus 1. So this is nothing but inverse of A. On multiplying it with A, we will get the answer as identity. Okay. Always remember the inverse of every matrix is unique. Okay. Inverse is always unique. जैसे जैसे सपोज हमने यहाँ पे देखा था 2 का 2 के साथ any other number you multiply, will you ever get half? No, right? Half is the only number, right? Other than half, can you have any other number on multiplying with 2 gives you 1? There is no such number, correct? So 2 half is that only number. Likewise, यहाँ पे भी A inverse is the only matrix which on multiplying with A will give you identity. So inverse is always unique. So uniqueness, okay? And then inverse of a matrix you can always find out by elementary transformation, as I said, as row transformation or column transformation. One more important point is inverse only exists for non singular matrix. Okay, inverse only exists for non-singular matrix. What do you mean by non-singular matrix? Non-singular matrix is that matrix जिसका determinant value is not equal to 1. Suppose we have A as a matrix, okay? Then the determinant of A should not be equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, then it is called as a singular matrix. If it is not equal to 0, then that is called as a non-singular matrix. So only if that determinant of a matrix is not equal to 0, it's possible to find its inverse. Okay, only then inverse exists. Only if the determinant is non-zero, then the inverse of the matrix exists. Okay. So now, in case if they tell you for a 2 cross 2, okay. So just an example, I'll tell you. Also, if inverse exists for that matrix, then that matrix is called as invertible matrix. Okay, so please remember there are many names. If that matrix का determinant is not equal to 0, that's called as a non-singular matrix we know, right? Determinant value is not equal to 0, so it's a non-singular matrix. Then it is possible to find out its inverse, correct? If it is non-equal to 0, then its inverse will exist, and such a type of matrix will be called as a invertible matrix. So these terms you have to remember: non-singular, invertible. All right. So these are the same things. For example, let us do one example. The question is, find which of the following matrix is invertible. Invertible. All right. Suppose if we have something like this: 1, 2, 5, and 7. Okay. So you have to find out that is invertible. What do you mean by invertible? Invertible मतलब यही है कि उसका inverse exist होता है कि नहीं. That is something you have to check, right? मतलब you have to check whether the determinant is it's non-singular or not. So let's check for that. Suppose if we can name this as A, all right? We'll name it as A. Let A be this matrix 1, 2, 5, and 7. Then we'll find out its determinant. How will we find out its determinant? We'll find out a determinant like this. Matrix is always written like this, okay? ये ऐसे brackets में, square brackets में. But determinant straight lines. Please remember, don't confuse between the same. Matrix हमेशा we write it like this in the square brackets, and determinant is always inside those two rectangular lines. So this is what we have: 1, 2, 5, and 7. How do we find out the value of the determinant? Always cross multiply. This two, that is nothing but 1 into 7. I'll just put a bracket so that there is no problem. And then this 2. But before doing these two, you should always have a minus sign. Okay? Into 2 5s are 5 2s are. That's same as 7 1s are 7 is 7. Minus 5 2s are 10, which is equal to minus 3. Okay? So pehle to always multiply this 2. Diagonally you have to multiply. This one minus this one. Don't make it plus. It's always minus according to the procedure. Okay. So this one minus this one. So whatever answer you get. Now suppose we have got the value of determinant of matrix A is minus 3. Okay. So this is clearly not equal to 0. Oh yes, that is what we wanted, right? Determinant of A is not equal to 0. So it's not equal to 0. Yes. So therefore A inverse exists. Correct? If it's not equal to 0, मतलब it is non-singular. Non-singular मतलब उसका inverse exist होता है. Correct? So its inverse will exist. That is A is a invertible matrix. That is what they had asked us to find, correct? Whether invertible है कि नहीं. हाँ तो हमने देख लिया कि उसका determinant value is not equal to 0. We have to write, right? Okay, it is not equal to 0. Yes, as I have written over here. So it is not equal to 0. Therefore, it is a invertible matrix, which you're supposed to write. If we don't write, then it will be a problem. Okay. So let us take another example. Suppose if we have, let us have this example. 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. Yes, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Let's name this sum V. We are going to, what are we going to do? The same question. You're going to check whether the matrix is invertible or not. Okay. So first we'll find out its determinant value. 2, 4, 3, 6. For the same procedure, this one into this one. That's nothing but 2, 6 are. It's always, better if you write brackets in between so that you don't miss. 2, 6 are, always a minus sign in between. 4, 3 are. This is nothing but 2 6 are 12 minus 4 3 are 12. This is equal to 0. Oh yes, so this is like determinant of B which is equal to 0. So when it is equal to 0, that is not a non-singular, right? So B is a singular matrix. Okay. Non-zero आता है तो non-singular is equal to 0 आता है तो it's a singular matrix. So will its inverse exist? No, right? So B inverse does not exist. Therefore, V is not an invertible matrix. Only if it's not equal to 0, here people may have a confusion. They're not equal to 0 है तो non singular है, but not equal to 0 है वो invertible होता है. So but यहाँ पे it's equal to 0 है, then it becomes singular, but not invertible. So then people can get confused sometimes. But वो non singular है तो invertible है. So you can just remember like that. So if it is not equal to 0, then of course non singular, and non singular means it's invertible. And if it's equal to 0, then it's singular, and then it's called ulta, not invertible. People always get confused, either not hai, and then it gets confused. So you can just remember it like this. Even if you remember one, the next one to aram say you can remember, right? Okay. Okay. So the next one, let's do one for a order 3 matrix. Okay. So the same thing, you have to check if it's invertible. The question is 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, and 6. Okay. Yes. So this is the question. We can call this, let this be equal to A. Okay. All right. So now we are of course going to find out the value of the determinant, correct? So determinant A will look something like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, and 6. Now, before starting, before like calculating the value of this determinant, what we can do is, ये determinant find करने से पहले, this is a 3 order, right? Order 3 का है. तो यहाँ पे what we can notice is the first row के elements are 1, 2, and 3, correct? Second row is 2, 4, and 5. That's okay. But the third one is 2, 4, and 6. Can you make out some kind of relationship between these two rows, the row 1 and row 3? This is row 3 is exactly double than row 1, right? So this is exactly double. 1 है तो 2 है, यहाँ पे 2 है तो this is 4, here it is 3, means here it is 6. So what we can do is, we can always take that 2 outside common, because we have that common from the third row, correct? So now 1, 2, and 3 as it is. Say first row, second row as it is. Third row में 2, 4 or 6 में से I've taken the 2 common outside. So whatever remains 1. Just a second. One second, please. Yes. So the same thing. So row 1 and row 2, there will be no change. Row 3, as I'm taking the 2 common. So what remains? 2 से 2 already taken out. So 1. 4 में से 2 and then 6 में से that remains 3. These two rows are clearly the same as I said. So now we have a property of determinant which says अगर दो rows या दो columns same to same रहता है, then the value of the determinant is always equal to 0. That's nothing but when some row, some ith row is equal to some jth row, या फिर some ith column is equal to some jth column, मतलब कोई भी दो rows equal हो या कोई भी दो columns equal हो, उस time पे the value of the determinant is always equal to 0. So determinant of A will be equal to 2 times the value of this determinant is entirely equal to 0. So it is nothing but 0. Yes. Then you should always write the reason. That's by property of determinant. So that's a property of determinant. What is the property? The property is nothing but row, the first row, R1 and R3 are identical. Okay, so that is why now the determinant A is equal to 0. So we know that is not, its inverse will not exist. So it is not invertible and it is singular. Okay, so upper wala sum tha the second sum, we're going to do it like that only. So the same things you can copy down, okay, for this sum. Okay, now coming to the next one. Now we have to, actually now we saw whether the inverse of the matrix exists or not. Now they're telling us to find the inverse of a matrix by elementary transformation. Okay. For example, find the inverse of matrix A, which is 2, 1, 5, 3 by elementary transformation. So let us write A is nothing but 2, 1, 5, 3. The first step is we will check whether its inverse will exist or not. If it exists, then we're going to find out using elementary transformation. Okay, yeah. So the first step is find out the determinant, right? So we'll find out the determinant 2, 1, 5, 3, like how we do it. 2 into 3 is nothing but 6 minus 5 into 1 is 5. This is equal to 1. It's clearly not equal to 0. So since the value of determinant A, it's not equal to 0, therefore A inverse exists. Okay, so it's invertible and A inverse exists. Okay, so now what happens, as I said, the first criterion, the first thing that I wrote while starting, this is the condition. Um, okay, something like this, that A into A inverse is equal to I, right? So we're going to use that. Okay, so A into yeah, A into A inverse is equal to I. Okay, so this is that formula we have. That element into its inverse can only give us identity, correct? So what do we have to find? We have to find out this inverse, correct? A ka value we have 2, 5, 1, 3. A inverse we don't know. We'll keep it as it is, which is equal to identity. Identity, since it's a order 2, so identity will also be of order 2. Okay, is this much clear? All right. So now there are a few things you have to remember. Most of the times, what is the procedure of doing this? क्या करना है basically? तुमको ये वाला जो है ना 2153 जो original matrix A, this you will make this identity using transformation suitable. Okay, make this identity. Why are you making this identity? Because if I make this identity, that is 1001, ऐसे मैंने कर दिया, so then the same operations whatever I perform in this matrix will be performed on this matrix as well. Then you will get the inverse of A inverse over here. So that will be your final answer. Okay. So what are we going to do is our major aim is to make this identity 2513 as identity. So the first step you can follow is always make the first element as 1. Okay. Here's the steps you're going to follow. Make the first element of 1 as 1. Let me quickly write the steps for both actually. Okay, uh, for both order 2 and order 3 as well. Just a second. Suppose if we have order 3 ke liye, because that will work for order 2 as well, right? So the first thing is to always make A11 equal to 1. That's the first row, first column ka element. A11 is the position, first row and first column ka element. You should always make it 1. Then the second step is to make A21 and A31 to 0. Okay, A21 order 2 rahega to rahega. This will be there, and A31 will only be there if it's a order 3 ka matrix, right? Second row and first position. What is that element? Suppose aisa hai. This is A11. This is second row, first column, right? So this is A21. Next one is, then you will make A2221. Alright, then you will make A2221, and the fourth step is you will make A12 and A32 to 0. Okay, so how are we doing it? A11, A21, then we're making A22 is equal to 1, and then A12. What is that A12? First row, second column, first row, second column. This will do it 1. Okay, now then the next step is for the fifth one becomes A33, you will make it 1, and then the sixth step is making A13 and A23 is equal to 0. Okay, so like right now this time it's only of order 2, so let us just focus on the first 4 because those 4 steps will only satisfy our needs. Okay, when we'll do it for order 3, that time we can look at these steps in much more detail. So we have to make this identity. A को identity बनाने के लिए you have to follow the steps. The same procedure. A11 will first make that 1, and then A21. Okay, A21 is this element. We'll make this 0. Then A21 as 1. A22 as 1, and then this one will be 0. That's the procedure that you're going to follow. Most of the time this will work. Sometimes it may happen that uh, like thoda sa alag bhi hota hai. Still you get the answer, but most of the times if you do it like this, it will be better. And not just that, okay, not just for row transformation, even while doing column transformation, something similar to this will always work. Okay, so let's come to the problem. As I said, our major aim is to make this identity. We're going to make this identity. Whatever row transformation operations we're going to perform on this matrix will always be performed on this matrix as well. Okay, so what is the first step? What was the first step to make A111? A11 is this thing. We have to make this one. How can I make 2 1? See, 2 can always be divided by 2 and then made 1, right? But why doing so much work when we already have a 1 over here? So what I'll do, instead of making some kind of calculation and making this one, I will interchange these two rows, R1 and R2. So then it's easy for me, okay? So I will interchange these two. R1 will become R2 and R2 will become R1. So what will happen? R1 goes in R2's place and R2 goes in R1's place. So 1, 3 and then 2, 5 over here. A inverse will remain as it is. No change. Yahan pe bhi, as I said, this whatever rules you're going to apply on this matrix will always be applied on this matrix as well. So it becomes 0, 1 and then 1, 0. Okay. All right. So what was the next this thing? Next one was to make A21 equal to 0, correct? A21 is this one, right? A21, that's second row and first column ka element. So we have to make this 0. Now make it 2, 0. How can you make 2, 0? 2 को 0 बनाना है, मतलब 2 को अगर 2 से सब्ट्रैक्ट किया तभी वो 0 बन सकता है, करेक्ट? So 2 को 2 में से subtract किया, only then we can get 0. So this 2 को we have to subtract it from 2 and then we will get 0. So how do we subtract it? Using the first row, like how we have done that last time. So using R2 we have to change, correct? So R2 becomes R2 minus 2 times R1. So how is that possible? R2, there is no change in R1. Okay, as I said last time, the first thing whatever you write over here, ऐसा नहीं है कि I should always write it like this. R2 changes to, arrow means changes to, R2 changes to R2 minus R1. The other way of writing is only writing this much instead of writing itna. Okay, R2 changes to, I can only write it this much. That is also okay. Whatever I write first, no, that's the thing which is going to undergo the change. Please remember. Okay, so even if I write it as R2 minus 2 times R1, that is also okay. मतलब हम change R2 को करने वाले हैं, R1 is remaining as it is. So let us write R1 as it is. Okay, R2 is 2 times R2 minus 2 times R1. So this is our R2, right? R2 minus 2 times R1. R1 is 1. So the answer is 2 minus 2, which is equal to 0. This you can do it in the rough work, okay? Don't do it like how I am doing it. I don't have space. Likewise for the next element also. 5 minus 2 times R1. Iska corresponding R1 is like this. So 5 minus 2 to the 6, which is equal to minus 1. Okay. Now the same thing for this matrix as well. R1, no change. R2 will be R2 minus 2 times R1. So that's nothing but 1 minus 0. So that's same as 1. Next thing, R2 minus 2 times R1. So that's equal to minus 2. Alright? Okay. Now this is done. Now we have to deal with these two also. Okay. So after this, now what are we going to do is we will make this one. Now the change is, 1 second. Okay. Alright. So A22, you have to make it 1. Okay. A22 is second row. 1 second. Second row ka second column ka element that you have to make it 1. So how will we make this one? See, it's very simple. Minus 1 ko 1 banana bahut easy hai. That entire row I will multiply with minus 1 and then I'll get the answer. So what am I going to do? R2 changes to, I am going to multiply R2 with minus 1 throughout. Okay. So that becomes, there is no change in R1. R2 entirely, I'm going to change it with -1. So minus into -1 becomes +1. 0 mein, of course, there will be no change. R1, no change. Here it becomes -1 and 2. Alright? Okay. A22 is also made 1. Now the only element is this thing. इसी को अभी बस 0 बनाना है. 3 को 0 बनाना है. How will we make that? Like how we made 2 0. 2 को हमने कैसे 0 बनाया था? 2 minus 2 gave us 0, right? Likewise 3 minus 3 can easily give us 0 with the help of this row now. Okay? So R1 changes to R1 minus 3 times R2. Are you understanding? When I minus this minus thrice the second row, only then I'll get 0, right? Now I have written R1 first. So the row that is going to undergo some kind of change is the first row, and there is no change in the second row, correct? So second row we can write it as it is. R1 becomes 1 minus 3 times R2, so that's 0. So 1 minus 0 is nothing but 1. 3 minus 3 times R2, that's 3 minus 0 is equal to 0, right? Okay. So R1 minus 3 times, okay, so this becomes 0 plus 3, so the answer is plus 3. यहाँ पे भी 1 minus 3 times 2, right? So the answer is 1 minus 6, which is equal to -5. And the second row, of course, as I said, there is no change. So now what have we got? As we said, this was our A, right? Starting में हमारे पास A into A inverse था over here. Now what have we done? After suitable row some kind of transformation, we have converted this entire matrix to a identity matrix. Now I've told you already, identity is like 1. तुम 1 से कुछ भी multiply करते हो तो वही answer आएगा. So now what will be I into A inverse? I into A inverse will be nothing but A inverse only, because as I said, it's like identity, और उसको किसी के भी साथ multiply करो वही answer आएगा, right? So the final answer of A inverse is 3 minus 1 minus 5 and 2. Okay, I suppose this is clear. And you can do the same thing using column transformation as well. You will get the same answer. There will be no difference. Okay, so we can try doing this sum using column transformation. It's no different. So let us do it. And not just that, as I said about the uniqueness of identity. जैसे अभी the example that I took, 2 into half always gives me 1. अगर मैं 2 into half लिखने के बजाय if I write half into 2, that would also give me 1, right? So that is same as writing A into A inverse is equal to I, या फिर अगर मैं लिखूं A inverse into A, that is also going to give me I only, correct? Because वो inverse के साथ वो multiply होके again we're going to get I only, right? So then let's do it using this one now. We initially did A into A inverse is equal to I. So let us do it using A inverse into A, which is equal to I. But this time, instead of row, we will use column transformation. Okay, it's same, but सिर्फ row में अभी जो तुम operation perform करते थे, अभी we just we're going to do it for column transformation and with this change. Right? Okay. So here again, we're going to write it like how we wrote it over there. A inverse, we don't know. A is something like this. 2, 5, 1, 3, which is equal to 1, 0, 0, 1. That's your identity, right? Okay. So now we're going to do column transformation. So column transformation, again, the same procedure, only we're going to follow. What are we going to do? Pehle, we will do that columns, right? Once again. This is one, right? Okay. So what are we going to do? Initially तो it was easy for us. हम सिर्फ row transformation कर रहे थे, rows को change कर रहे थे, correct? तो हमने ये दोनों को exchange कर लिया, so it was easy for us. But right now, what do we have to do? We have to follow the same procedure. इसको 1 बनाना है. अभी जो transformation होगा, वो rows के बीच में नहीं होगा. In fact, वो ये दोनों columns के बीच में होगा. Okay. So 2 को with the help of 5, I can make it 1, right? So what I'll do? I'll do one thing. I'll divide that 2 by 2 so that I get the final answer as this. Okay, so I divide column transformation, first column को divided by